getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Love from the gun. Complete. Smith has it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That throw is not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Love. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Love. That's swung out wide to Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So a nice run right there. And worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence. But this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Love looking to throw it. It's brought in by Harris. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. points 1, 2, and 3, and their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On first down, Darnold checks this down to Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check. 40's mine. 40's the mic. 40's the mic. Here we go. Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. Let's go. Mike 80. Nice, sweetheart.
To throw is Darnold. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interception.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Jonnu Smith, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 38, Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Love. And a throw right sideline is complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for New England.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Second and 5 now. Love. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Love. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Cottrell. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action this time with Love. Steps away. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Tighten up.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Play action. It's Darnold. Sliding out of the pocket. Again, he finds Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Working with a 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Off of play action, Darnold. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. They run for it with Harris. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Second and 6. Throwing. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Faking the give, Darnold. That is caught by Anderson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Here's Love. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Love. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Cottrell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First down, Love to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Love, they go play action now. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
57's a mic. 57's a mic.
Here's Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Darnold on third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hubbard. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 3 yards remain for second down. On play action. Love to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. A big play there for New England.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
New England on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun. Love. Dancing to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Alert 3. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Showing it, showing it. Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll buy some time right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Darnold on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. They'll roll him out. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Darnold's throw is caught here by Anderson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready? Pass it. 57. Mike, 57. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
On second and very short, Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Darnold. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
This throw caught left side. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On first down, it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Love now. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Gets this to Moore. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots are close to finishing off this football game. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Love looking to throw it. Flushed out right. Caught. It's Ellington. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation,
the Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Darnold. Rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last throw now for Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20, and the Patriots come up with a late turnover But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole